This video was made possible thanks to the support of my patron Challis. Click the link below to get early access to videos, exclusive reviews and more.
We recently got a full trailer for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, but what are some of your theories about the upcoming specials? Okay, so a couple weeks ago I made a trailer breakdown for the brand new full trailer of the Doctor Who 60th anniversaries that we got a couple weeks ago, and a lot of you also left some of your theories in the comments down below. So in this video my plan is to go over a few of those theories and also a couple of my theories that kind of relate to some of the theories that you commented below. But before we get into those theories, there's also a few bits of Doctor Who news that I want to cover in here instead of having their own dedicated video for them. So the first bit of Doctor Who news that I want to cover before we get into the theories is the Doctor Who at 60 concert that happened at the end of last month, where they not only played a lot of the old music from Doctor Who, but they also played 3 new pieces of music that we've not heard yet from the new series, those being the brand new theme song, the 15th Doctor's theme called 15th, and companion Ruby Sunday's theme, that being called The Life of Sunday. These songs have not been made publicly available yet, only the people that were at the event have actually heard them and described them online, but the concert is meant to be broadcast on BBC Radio 2 on the 15th of October, and hopefully those 3 new themes won't be cut out of that broadcast, so we should be able to hear them for ourselves on that day. So that's very exciting, and yeah, like I say, hopefully they won't be cut out of that broadcast and we will actually get to hear them. The next bit of news I want to talk about is the fact that Doctor Who Unleashed, the behind-the-scenes show that we've heard rumours about for quite a while now, has officially been confirmed. This show is basically going to be like Doctor Who Confidential back in the day, which was a show that aired immediately after an episode of Doctor Who had just aired on BBC 3 that went into all the behind-the-scenes and the making of that episode, and this sounds like it's going to be basically the same thing, possibly a little bit shorter, as I believe the old episodes of Confidential were about 45 minutes and these are going to be 30. Besides that, this is basically going to be the exact same thing, hosted by Stephen Powell, airing on BBC 3 after the end of each episode. So that's very exciting. Like I say, this is something we've kind of known about for a little while now, even down to the title, but it's really nice to have it confirmed, and we have a brand new logo for it and everything, which the logo itself isn't like the best looking thing, and I've seen a few mock-ups that look a lot better, but it's nice to have it confirmed. Okay, so the final thing I just want to mention before we get into some of your theories is thanks to you and thanks to your support on the trailer breakdown video specifically, I've finally been accepted into the YouTube partner program, which means I'm able to start YouTube memberships. So on these YouTube memberships, I'll have early access to videos and exclusive reviews, just like my Patreon, which is still existing and still going to be doing the exact same thing on there. But as well as that, there's also going to be loyalty badges and custom emojis, and you also now have the ability to give me super chats or super thanks in my videos just to show your support, which if you do, that'll be greatly appreciated. Obviously you don't have to, but I will make sure if you do give me a super thanks comment or some super chats, I will make sure I'm obligated to talk about that comment in a video. So whether that's like a theory or just whatever, if you do that, I'm going to make sure that I talk about it in the next video after I see that comment. Just because, you know, if you're willing to give me money for a comment, I'm obviously going to have to talk about it. It'd be crazy for me not to. If that is something you're interested in and a way you want to show my support, that'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's just jump into your theories. So Jeremy Duncan says, what if the reason 14 is so distraught and says he doesn't know if he can save her life this time is because in order to save the day, she has to become the Meta-Crisis again. Now obviously this is referring to Donna and the scene where the Doctor says, I don't know if I can save your life this time. Now I do think it's likely that Donna's memories have to be restored for some reason in this episode, as it seems like she does have some awareness of what's going on, and if that is the case, restoring her memories does probably mean that the Meta-Crisis in her mind will also be restored alongside it, so I do think this is very possible. But like I said in the trailer breakdown, I do think it's very unlikely that Donna is going to die in these stories. I personally don't see them bringing Donna back, especially after the ending that she had before, just to kill her off in these stories. It'll just be a proper downer, and I just don't think they've brought her back for that reason. I feel like they will have brought her back to give her a more positive ending than she had back in series 4. But yeah, this theory is very, very possible. Whovian Official says, what are the chances of this new unit building surviving? I hope they keep it anyway. It would make for some good shots in the potential future unit spin-off. Although, does everyone know about UNIT now? They are supposed to be in secret. Yeah, I think long gone are the days of UNIT being top secret. I mean, back in the day, they used to just have a big top secret sign, which that in itself wasn't very secret anyway. But yeah, I don't think they're really that much of a secret organization anymore. And this brand new UNIT tower definitely hints to me that the UNIT spin-off rumors are more than likely true, because I feel like they're setting this tower up to be the main HQ of that UNIT spin-off in the future. And while we're on the topic of the UNIT tower, the fact that this tower has been built after we've seen the last unit HQ get destroyed in literally the last story suggests to me that there's going to be some sort of time jump before this story takes place, as it'd be crazy if they managed to get it built in between one story, especially after the last one was just blown up. So I think this time jump, if it is the case, will also be a good way to explain the age of Rose in these stories as well, because a lot of people have pointed out that there is a discrepancy in Rose's age, as series 4 was like 15 years ago now, and I think Rose is meant to be older than that in like an official biography they've given about her or something. So this time jump with the unit tower would also explain that, probably hinting at the fact that this story could be set in maybe 2025 or 2026 instead of 2023, and I think that would work really well as well, because one of the theories for the giggle is that it's going to center around the first ever television broadcast with John Logie Baird, which I believe was in 1925 or 1926. So if this episode or these stories are set in 2025 or 2026, it would be the 100-year anniversary of that television broadcast as well, which could be significant in the story. Maybe they rebroadcast that original broadcast in the modern day, or the future, I guess is what it technically would be, as a nice little anniversary thing for the general public on TV, and that's where the toy maker places the giggle that is in everybody's head and starts to control them. Okay, so still on the topic of Unit HQ, and specifically the unit helipad, this comment is about that shot we get of it with seemingly an editing or VFX mistake, but that might not be the case, with Juliet saying, "I think there's someone else that the team didn't want to spoil. Editing them to disappear in the wide shot would have been easier by removing everyone. It's something commonly done in the MCU with the Endgame trailer, where they put Robert Downey Jr. Stark in twice, replacing a character, and the No Way Home trailer when they removed Maguire and Garfield's Spider-Man." Yeah, this definitely is a thing you see with modern day trailers. Even in Doctor Who itself, Russell has confirmed that the background behind Ncuti in those first couple of trailers is not the actual background we'll see in the episode itself, and that could be the same for Ncuti's scenes in this trailer as well. But yeah, I definitely think the reason why we don't see people in the wide shot of that unit helipad is probably because they've edited out some characters that they don't want us to see and to hide. And like I said in the trailer breakdown, I think Mel is going to be in the 60th because she's got that same armband around that all the unit characters have got on, and she's on the unit helipad that we see in these specials as well. So I personally think they're trying to hide Mel in those wide shots, and in the close-up shots she's probably behind the 14th Doctor, and I think some people have said you can see her in the reflection as well. So personally I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to hide Mel from us because they don't want us to think that she's in it yet, and that she's just in series 14 and not the 60th. It's also possible that maybe they're hiding some other characters like Martha Jones or something, but I think that's a lot less likely than Mel. And there's also been a couple of comments mentioning that they think that force field we see the Doctor using is to do with the sonic screwdriver, and one of the new features of the sonic screwdriver in these specials, which I absolutely think is a possibility and was something I was thinking at the time, but for some reason I just didn't mention it in the video, because we already think that the sonic screwdriver is going to have more features than it usually does, since some filming videos have shown the 14th Doctor kind of waving his arms around after scanning something with the sonic when the ship is falling at the start of the Star Beast, which looks like it indicates that the sonic screwdriver might have some sort of holographic HUD, a heads-up display this time around, and that's the reason it's also got those sticky out prongs with the lights on the end of it in the new prop. So if the sonic screwdriver is going to have some sort of holographic heads-up display, it's also possible that it has a lot more features than just that as well. One of those could be this force field that we see in the trailer. Okay, so that's some of your theories. Let me know if you have any more in the comments down below, and I can make another video about them. Like I said, if you want to become a patron or become a member, I'll make sure to have those linked in the description down below, and a super thanks would be appreciated. If you've not yet seen my trailer breakdown for the 60th anniversary specials, I'll make sure to have that video linked here, and if you already have seen that one, you might be interested in my Everything We Know About the 2023 Specials video, so I'll have that linked here as well.